Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein and my channel is called Dress Yourself Happy. Today's video is going to be kind of going through every single Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I'm going to show you guys swatches and kind of give you guys my review, my opinion on them, and if you can only buy one, which one I would recommend for you. I did a video like this for all of the naked palettes from Urban Decay and you really seem to enjoy that video, so I thought I would do it for the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. If you want to learn more, just keep on watching. I'm going to start with the palettes that were released first, second, and then third. So the first palette, and this is my second one, is the Too Faced chocolate bar. This is the original. The original that I used to own was like way thicker, and I actually will link that video in the description bar where I compare the original chocolate bar with the semi-sweet chocolate bar. That video is over a year old. My opinions have changed a little bit, and I thought I would just update you guys because every year I learn more, and the more I play with makeup, the more I learn, so I always like to update you guys. So this is the original, and this is by far, I have to say, the best chocolate bar palette. And I could be biased because it has everything I need to complete a full look. What is so great about this is, one, it smells like chocolate. It just smells amazing. I don't know if it smells like chocolate per se, but to me it smells like chocolate. The scent is very fragrant but not offensive, and I love it because when it's on my eyes, throughout the day, I'll get a whiff of it and it just makes me happy. So how can you not be happy when you look at this palette and when you smell this palette? This is a really great neutral palette. So yes, the marketing, the packaging, and the scent is all great, but as a palette as a whole, it's a really, really great neutral everyday palette that also gives you a couple varieties to change up your look. What is so important for me is this white chocolate. I always use an eyeshadow primer or I use concealer on my eyelids. I have very veiny eyelids and discoloration on my eyelids, so I need an eyeshadow primer or concealer on my eyelids to counteract all of that. Now, with that being said, you really need to set that. So I like having this white chocolate shade to really set the eyeshadow primer or the concealer, but not only that, it helps all the other colors I put on over it be a lot more vibrant. If you want your eyeshadows to show up, you want to do that step. So then milk chocolate is a really great crease shade, and so is salted caramel, and so is semi-sweet. These three I use a lot in my crease depending on what kind of a look I'm going for. If I want something very warm, very neutral, very everyday but pops my eye open, I'm going to go in with salted caramel. They're very smooth, they're very pigmented, and very blendable. So they're easy to work with. They're not as pigmented as something like Lorac Pro palettes. Those are crazy pigmented and have a lot of fallout, but those are great for if you need a lot of color payoff immediately right off the bat and you're going to be blending like your little heart out. This, I feel like you're gonna blend, but you're not gonna have to sit there and blend all day for it to work. Then you've got this beautiful shade Creme Brulee, which I like to use all over the lid as that gold pop of color. You can also use marzipan, which I used up my marzipan in my original one. And then what's great about this is that you've got a lot of variety to deepen up the look for an evening neutral look. You've got this beautiful cherry cordial, which is going to really help accentuate the outer crease if you wanted to do something like that. You can also make things look a little more glam, a little more sparkly using candied violet or black forest truffle. So a lot of great options. Very neutral palette though, very wearable and very more on the warm side of shadows. I love me a neutral warm palette. So this is going to be my go-to. The next palette that they came out with is the semi-sweet chocolate bar palette. And I did review this when it first came out and compared it to the original. Like I said, that video will be linked in the description box as well as with all of the palettes linked for your clicking pleasure. This isn't my favorite one for whatever reason. It's not bad. I just don't find myself reaching for it. And the reason is, even though they added licorice, which is very, very important because it's a black shadow, it's a matte black, which I think is very necessary for an everyday neutral shadow. And I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is beautiful. It's that warm matte brown that I love to have for my crease. You've got coconut cream, which is very important. Like I said, the same reason why I loved the original chocolate bar with white chocolate. While peanut butter is great in semi-sweet, salted caramel is very similar to peanut butter. Peanut butter is a little bit warmer, I feel like. And then you've got blueberry swirl, which is very different compared to the chocolate bar. So if you really like blue and that teal color, that kind of works. Caramel is that beautiful golden shade, but it's not as creamy, I feel like, as creme brulee. but it is a little bit more golden. So if you like that more yellow gold, you might like the semi-sweet. And then you've got mousse, pudding, rum raisin, cocoa chili. So a lot of like shimmers to play with as well. Pink sugar, which I don't actually really like because it's very glittery. You can use it as an overlay over any of the matte shadows, but I just personally don't ever really reach for pink sugar. Bonbon is really pretty all over the lid, but it's not as great, I feel like, as the chocolate bar. Now, do I think that semi-sweet isn't good? No, by any means, no. But if you can only pick one, I still vote for the chocolate bar because the semi-sweet isn't quite a cool tone palette, but it's not quite a warm tone palette either because of pink sugar. Cocoa chili is a little bit more of a glittery brown. You've got berry swirl, which is okay, but not something I need in a palette necessarily. So I like butter pecan though. Butter pecan's really pretty. And nougat is a cool tone pink. Got a lot more cool tones versus all being warm tones like the chocolate bar. I would say if you really needed an everyday black matte, then get the semi-sweet, and if this blueberry swirl really draws your attention, to get it. But if you're looking for a neutral warm tone palette, I would still say that the original is the best. Either one are cool tones like I mentioned, but if you like more cool tone options, then semi-sweet is going to be the one for you. Okay, so the third palette that has come out in the chocolate bar collection is the chocolate bonbon, and I finally got my hands on this one. I'm way behind on the game, but this is super, super cute. And I wanted it because everything is heart-shaped and everything smells like chocolate and the packaging is just adorable, and because I love this Bordeaux shade. This Bordeaux shade is absolutely stunning. This dark truffle is stunning, and the Earl Grey is beautiful for a deep smoky eye look. Again, they did a great job by providing two really large base shadows for Divinity and Satin Sheets. I think this is a really pretty, more like sultry eyeshadow kit. So again, if you're looking for something for every single day, warm tone, neutral palette, go with the original chocolate bar. But if you wanted something to add to your collection that's going to give you a little bit more sultriness, a little bit more fun, a little more pizzazz, then the chocolate bonbon is going to do that for you. You can definitely wear this every single day as well. I personally need a little bit more of a gold shade for everyday looks, so this one is going to be the molasses chip for that. This isn't quite a gold, but it's gonna give me that sparkly pop of color on the center of my lid, which I like. I really love black currant. If you're debating between the chocolate bar or the chocolate bonbon, these are very, very similar. They're both going to be very neutral, very brown, very warm. This one's going to have black currant, but what's very similar in this one is going to be cherry cordial. So very similar, but not at the same time. And I think it would just be if you wanted more plummy and blue options, or if you wanted just a plummy option, that would be great. Both really good, both pigmentations still very good. Now, I know I'm gonna get a ton of questions. Which one should you buy? Really, you can't go wrong with any of them, but if you can only buy one, I say you should get the original chocolate bar. This one is just really, really good. And every time I pull it out to use it again, I forget how much I love it because it's just that good. And I've gone through two. I rarely go through two palettes of anything. So the other one just got nasty and it was the old chunky packaging without the labels of the colors. And this one, I just was like, it's time to replace it. If you wanted to add a palette, I would recommend the bonbon. So if you already own the chocolate bar and you're looking for a second one to buy, I'd recommend getting the chocolate bonbon, just because even though it's very similar to the original chocolate bar, I feel like there's a lot of different colors and you can really create so many beautiful looks using both of these palettes. Now, if you're really drawn to one or the other, don't listen to me. Buy what you are drawn to. That is how you should buy makeup. That is how you should wear makeup. Buy what makes you feel good. Buy what you like and what you find fascinating and fun and what you want to play with. So all of the pigmentation I think are equal. I think everything is just very comparable to one another, and the quality is that of Too Faced eyeshadows, which is easy to work with, pigmented, long lasting, but not overly crazy with fallout or too much pigmentation where you can't blend it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Don't forget to read each other's comments and help each other out. I try to get to as many comments as possible, but if I can't get to it, this is a great community. Share with each other, help each other out, share each other's experiences to really help and build this community and be this great place where everybody just shares what they love and what has worked for them and what hasn't. But let's keep it all civilized down there. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out and shows your support. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to come back. I have new uploads 5 days a week, every Sunday through Thursday, plus a new podcast that goes live every Friday. Lots of content here. Also, I have a vlog channel. I have Snapchat, Instagram, Insta Story, Snap Story. Everything will be linked in the description box below, as well as my blog. I have a blog. So I love to see you on all of my social medias. If you have them, come say hi. Till next time, I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for watching. I hope my videos help motivate and inspire you to look and feel your best from the outside in. If anything, I hope my video just helped you unwind, de-stress, and relax from your busy day. And I hope to see you guys back here, right here on my channel. Bye.